Hi everyone, you all are welcome to my YouTube channel Design in Numbers. So on today's video we will be making an orthographic projection of this object and we will be understanding how orthographic projection looks when the given object have a circular shape, as we have a circular shape here. So we'll be understanding how the projection will look like. So moving straight forward to our drawing for today, but we have already done our projection line, so you can go to my previous video, introduction to orthographic projection. You will understand how this projection line are being drawn. So moving straight to our business for today, we have this isometric object here. Now let this axis be our front view. So from the front view or front elevation, this is what we are actually going to see from the front elevation of this drawing. Now to put it more sense, this is the drawing in isometric view. Now this front view here is represented in this sketch form, that is this. So our given parameters are: the circle gives us 20 diameter. The height from this point to this point is 4 centimeter. From this point to this point, the horizontal line is 7 centimeter total, but this point to this point is 4 centimeter. This point to this point is 3 centimeter. So let's move straight forward. This being a circle, all sides are equal. Then when we are viewing any circular object in isometric drawing, if the circle is facing upward, then the side view will be seen in this pattern. Looking at this point, which is our front view, this is the sketch of what we are about to see, and our full height will be 4 centimeter. So let's move straight forward to measure out our full length will be 6 centimeter, but we would draw out this point to this point, which is the 4 centimeter. That is this point to this point. Now from this point to this point gives us 4 centimeter also. So first of all, let's measure out the full length, which is 7 centimeter. So 7 centimeter, this point. Now from this point to this point, which is 4 centimeter, we locate 4 centimeter at the top here, which is at this point. Then half of it, which is 2 centimeter, we also indicate that. Now from this point to, we are to measure out 4 centimeter also, which is this point. We also indicate half of it, which is this point. So we draw it out, 4 centimeter, half of it is here. So here being the half of it, from the center point, which is here, to our left will be 1 centimeter, to our right will be 1 centimeter, which is the total of 2 centimeter. That is the diameter of this circle. Now using the center point as our reference point, we would measure out 1 centimeter front, 1 centimeter back. measure out 1 centimeter back. So we will also do the same thing at the top here, 1 centimeter front, 1 centimeter back. We will join the two lines. So we have gotten this shape, 1 centimeter front, 1 centimeter back, has given us from this point to this point. So we would complete this front view, which is the step part. That is where we are going to complete. So steps these steps 1, 2, 3, 4 are the total height, which is this height. Now the total height is 4 centimeter, which explains that each step is 1 centimeter up. Each step is 1 centimeter up. So from this point, let's indicate one centimeter up. That is 3, 2, 1. Now let's measure out 1 centimeter up from here. We draw out 1 centimeter. Now the horizontal lines of these steps are also 1 centimeter, because from this point to this point is a total of 3 centimeter, which means 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter. So we would also plot out 1 centimeter at our right hand side. Also, we would measure out another 1 centimeter up. Also, we would measure out another 1 centimeter up. We will join it with this one. So our final 1 centimeter, which is this, from this point to this point. So we have obtained our front view of this drawing. So now let's move from this point. Let's come over to this point. What are we going to see? Which is the side view. We will see nothing but this. We would see this. We would see this part. We will see this part, and we will see this part. We are not going to see anything that relates to this surface, just this part. So looking at the sketch, this is what we are about to draw in this drawing sheet. This is the sketch of it. So now let's move. We would also measure out 6 centimeter, which is this part. Now from here we measure off 4 centimeter. From here we measure off 4 centimeter. So from this point to this point, which is this point to this point, is 4 centimeter also. So you would also measure out 4 centimeter from this point, which gives us this, which is this. So also we would measure out 4 centimeter up from here. Our 4 centimeter here is at this point. Then we would indicate half of it, which is at this point. Here is our 2 centimeter. Now joining this top with here clusters at 6 centimeter, which is our our actual height. Oh, I have traced that up, but that is not actually what we need. So our main point is at this point, which is here. So we join this point and this point all together. Now we need this height, which is this. We need this height, which is this. So from half of our 4 centimeter, which is at this point, we measure out 1 centimeter front, 1 centimeter back. Also, from the top center, we measure out 1 centimeter front, 1 centimeter back. We join those 2 points together. So this is it. I made an error here. I went and traced this top. So now we are having this 4 centimeter. We would be dividing them by 1 centimeter each. 1 centimeter each. So I'll join this point to this point, join this point to this point. Finally, I'll join this point to this point. So this is our side view. This is the side view of this drawing. Now lastly, which is the top view or the plan. Now from the sketch here, this is the representation of our top view. So our full length is 7 centimeter. We would draw out 7 centimeter. Our height is still 4 centimeter. That is the height from this point to this point. So we would draw out 4 centimeter. So we first can draw a rectangle, which is almost, this is a rectangular shape. We'll be seeing it as a rectangular shape. Now each divisions of this line will be from this point to the third point, which is 1, 2, and the third one. Also the first, the second, and the third. So we'll be joining all these 3 lines. The third point. So we'll be making our joining. We join this to this. Second point. We join this to this. And lastly, at this point, so we have gotten this. Now the next step is this circle. We are to draw this circle. So since it's at the top view, you will be seeing this circle as a round shape, not a square shape again, but a round shape. Now from this point to this point is 4 cm. This point to this point is 4 cm. So what we will actually do, we will find the center. We will find the center. Also, this is the center of this point. So from this center, from this center point, we would now make our circle from this center point. So we have completed this drawing in a third angle projection. So we would join all these projections lastly with a 45-degree drawing from this point. From this point, we plot out a straight line, and this line is actually 45 degrees. If you measure it out, you can also see the drawing. Now, intersecting this to this with a fence line, this to this, also from this point, so this actually explains that this square shape we are seeing was derived from this circle shape as a result of what? The side view or the angle which it was being seen. This shape represents this shape. Also, using a fence line, we would represent also this part, indicating that this object, this part is representing this part but in another view. These steps are also this in another view. Then lastly, we would also join so we have completed this drawing. We have understood how a circular object in a component is being seen in an orthographic projection. that when any circular object in an orthographic projection, when it's being viewed from the side view, if the circle is facing up, the circular object is seen as a square object, from the side view and the front view. But when at the top view, it is being seen as its original circular shape. So thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please click on the subscription button, and you can also click on the notification button for you to be notified when next I'll drop another video concerning engineering drawing. Thank you.